Happy Halloween, everybody. This is not a trick. It is actually a treat for you this morning. I wanted to share with you what I've been inspired by already this morning. I got up really early today to start my practice, and one of the things I was inspired by is Irene Boggs, who has a CD called Affirma Jams. I would highly recommend you get it. And one of the songs in her CD, or on her CD, is called This Is My Life. And it's phenomenal. I encourage you to go out and purchase, if not the CD, at least get the single. The other one is by Sarah Blaine, who is a rising star. She's the newest pop star on the scene, and her song called Dance with the Devil that she wrote after the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And basically in that book, Napoleon Hill says he teaches us how to outwit temptation, which is the devil, the devilish thoughts that we have about ourselves. It's perfect on Halloween that we're talking about devilish and ghoulish thoughts that we have about ourselves, and how to create true success in life. And there's a line in her song that says, selling my soul for cheap. And she's talking about selling herself out to this thought, this thinking. And then she said, you're never coming home with me. So it's basically, I'm not taking you home with me anymore. These negative thoughts, these things that no longer really support me and who I am. And I wanted to share with you part of that, as well as, ask you the question, what are you selling your soul for cheap? What thoughts about yourself that just simply are not true are you selling yourself for cheap for? Now, Gay Hendricks talks about this in his book, The Big Leap. He calls it the upper limit problem. And there are 4 areas that he talks about. One is the feeling that we hit on this upper limit of our good and how much we can allow in our lives. The first area is the feeling that we're fundamentally flawed. And then there's an area of a fear of outshining other people. Maybe it's people within our families, and a fear of leaving other people behind. If I get too successful, I will leave my friends behind. I'll leave my whoever behind. And then the 4th thing is a fear of success and the burden of success. So what devilish thought is your upper limit? So the one that I've entertained much in my life was this feeling that I was fundamentally flawed, that something was wrong with me. That was, what I've sold my soul for cheap for. And it showed up in many different ways. Does it still show up? Absolutely, it still shows up. And I work with that. I work inside of this dream building technology so that I can continue to be successful. So what are you selling yourself for cheap for, and what are you ready to let go of on this Halloween? Have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this treat. I'm sure you'll get lots of tricks today, so I want to make sure you got a nice treat. All right, everybody. Happy Halloween.